Hey guys, today I'm walking you through the best way to play Hulk in Marvel Rivals. We are talking air juggling combos, team up attacks, and how to recharge your ult the fastest. So you can get all the sprays, all of the avatars, and the KO prompts, and basically just get the most out of this hero. Now, if you didn't know, this character basically consists of 3 separate characters. So we have Bruce Banner, we have Hero Hulk, and we have Monster Hulk. And the way it works is when you activate your ult as Bruce Banner, you turn into Hero Hulk, and when you activate your ult as Hero Hulk, you turn into Monster Hulk, who does more damage, and the cooldowns are reduced. So let's just go through first all of the attacks and how much damage they actually do. So the Gamma Ray Gun from Banner actually does 16 damage per hit and does 5 shots per second. The Gamma Grenade, meanwhile, does 40 damage with a knockback ability and has an 8-second cooldown on this Gamma Grenade. So as you can see, you can fling them right into the air, and that will actually come in really useful later in an air juggling ability. Meanwhile, before we get onto Hero Hulk, by the way, let's talk about the passives and the team-up abilities. The team-up passive is called Gamma Boost. This is activated with Doctor Strange and Iron Man, and you don't have to do anything with this. So if you spawn into a squad with these two, their abilities actually boost in damage, and they also get a nice green aesthetic as well, as you can see. So just being in their team is enough, and their attacks will automatically get this Gamma Boost. The Fastball is something you do have to activate yourself, and this sees you launch Wolverine really far off into the distance. But there's a way you can make this even faster, which is by jumping at the same time you do this, and you can literally launch Wolverine all the way over to the horizon. Another thing you can do with this is if you launch Wolverine at an enemy, you get a big damage boost there because he hits them with his claws out, and that's a very satisfying thing to use. So yeah, we do like the Gamma Fast Ball. Anyway, if we activate our ult, we turn into Hero Hulk, who has way more attacks. So he also has way more health. He has 650 HP, as opposed to Bruce Banner, who has just 200 HP. So firstly, we have Heavy Blow. This does 40 damage and 2 hits per second. Incredible Leap, meanwhile, is this one. This is the ability to grab and leap onto walls. So you can climb up walls. You can also grab enemies straight out of the air and bring them down to the ground. Next up, we have Indestructible Guard. This lets you absorb 250 damage for you and 100 for allies. So it's actually a good ability as a squad for the synergy there. This lasts for 2.5 seconds, has a 12-second cooldown. But what this is really good for is charging your ults. So every time you take damage, it actually charges your ult a bit, and it's one of the main reasons you're going to want to use Hulk. It's not for the raw strength, it's actually to charge that ult using the Indestructible Guard. Really useful. If teammates are standing near you, they get this when you press the X button. After that, we have Gamma Burst. This does 70 damage per target, has an 8-second cooldown, but best of all, it goes through enemies. So if an enemy is standing behind another enemy, both will get a dose of Gamma Burst. Very, very effective. We also have Radioactive Lockdown, and this immobilizes enemies for 2 seconds, which basically means they can't use any of their abilities. So that includes shields, healing. If they're shooting, they won't be able to do that for 2 seconds, and that can be really useful. And this has a 15-second cooldown. That's how useful it is. You can only use it once every 15 seconds. Now we move on to Monster Hulk, the best one of all. And this guy has 1550 health. So Hulk had 650 HP, and Monster Hulk has 1550 HP. So over double, and he's pretty hard to take down. Now let's go on to the Gamma Burst. The Gamma Burst does 125 damage, and that's opposed to the 70 damage of the Hulk's Gamma Burst. So that is that more? That's almost double. Almost double. And the cooldown is 5 seconds, as opposed to Hulk's 8-second cooldown for the Gamma Burst. So more powerful and less cooldown. So that is definitely useful. He also has World Breaker, which is the best move. If you press both thumbsticks in, you will grab the enemy and unleash this ridiculous animation. You might remember this one from Avengers. When Hulk picks up Loki, he does that exact same animation. And this does 40 damage per smash, and there are 5 smashes, so that means 200 damage in total. And also, while you're using this attack, you actually have a 30% damage reduction. So really useful to do it, but you do have to get very close to enemies to be able to pull this off. Okay, let's talk about the heroes Hulk excels against. These are Groot, Black Widow, Cloak and Dagger, Doctor Strange, Adam Warlock, Magneto, Luna Snow, Jeff the Land Shark, Iron Man, Magic, Venom, Squirrel Girl, Storm, Scarlet Witch, and Winter Soldier. So if you see any of these on the battlefield, do not have any fear. Just go up straight up against them. This is because they generally lack mobility, these characters, which means you can close gaps and take them out. So these are the characters that Hulk excels against. Hulk is not as good against Hela, Hawkeye, Captain America, another Hulk, Moon Knight, Mantis, Thor, Loki, Namor, and Rocket Raccoon. That's because basically they have better mobility. It just comes down to mobility there. They also have crowd control abilities. So Hulk is not as good against them, but he can still kind of hold his own. But if you see the following characters on the battlefield, avoid them because they can take out Hulk very easily. These are Psylocke, Black Panther, Penny Parker, Punisher, Spider-Man, and Star-Lord. This is because they have high mobility and they tend to punish Hulk's lack of mobility. They're really hard to get at if you do play as Hulk, and they'll just keep peppering away at you. And it's really annoying. They'll whittle your health down, force you to become Bruce Banner, and then you will wake up with a sore head. So don't try and take on any of those, especially Spider-Man. He's pretty hard to take out as the Hulk. The strats for if you do see these on the battlefield is to use your incredible leap to escape, then wait for your teammates to arrive, and then maybe add support before wading back in again. Don't forget you can use your shield to actually soak up all that damage, and that will charge your ult so you can become Monster Hulk. And then he's got a doubly big health bar, so that's always useful. And yeah, you want to be a support fighter when the going gets tough as Hulk. You don't just want to wade in single-handedly. Even though that's what he does tend to do in the comics. In this game, Hulk is a really good support fighter with his shields and his ability to turn into Monster Hulk. Anyway, that's how I'm playing Marvel Rivals. I am the Hulk and I am doing damage. But how about you? Who is your favorite character in Marvel Rivals? And do you have any tips? Let me know down in the comments. As ever, like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more Marvel Rivals guides.